Song. That was beautiful. So I went to the movies the other night, and a guy came in with a dog, and I'd never seen anybody bring a dog into the movie before. And what was even more incredible is that the dog sat up in his seat, and he was watching the movie. And when the funny parts came, he would laugh. And when the sad parts came, he would cry. And and I'd never seen anything like it. And after the movie, I had to walk up to the guy who had the dog, and I said, "I don't believe what I just saw." And he goes, "I don't believe it either." He hated the book. So welcome everybody to our Sunday talk. My volunteer job here at Unity on the River is I coordinate the Sunday speaking, so I thought I'd just give you a quick update to start off what's going on. We started working Reverend Martine in as a regular speaker, speaking on the second and the fourth Sunday of every month, and that's going very well right now, I think. Yes? There's one time she can't make it this fall, but Reverend Stephanie Sy is actually here that weekend, so she's going to fill in for Martine that weekend. And we're working on having Martine rearrange her schedule in December so she can do our service on Christmas week. So but we're all set pretty much through the middle of November right now. For the weeks that we don't have Martine here, we have our speaker rotation, and there's three of us that have been on it, which is Jackie Stephanie. So Jackie in the wintertime and Stephanie Roy in the summertime. They're one. And then we've got Leslie Smith, who hasn't been here in a while because she gave up her spot for J. Maya in May, and this was her spot actually for this month, but her and I switched. So she'll actually be here twice in the month of August. And then myself, obviously. But we really felt we needed a fourth spot. So we've asked Jen Carey to come in and join the speaker rotation. She did a wonderful job when she came and spoke recently, and she brought a lot of friends, which we love that too. And so there'll be more announcements as we go into the fall of things that we're going to be doing. So it's the feedback is great, and we really appreciate it when you put in suggestions downstairs after on speakers or what you'd like to see. And so those are read and they are discussed at our worship team meetings that we have every Monday. So thank you for all of those who've given that feedback. So, as you probably know, in the month of June, my wife Carol and I taught a prosperity class here at Unity on the River, and it was called The Practice of Thriving, the 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. And we taught the 4 immutable laws that, if applied consistently, can lead to abundance in all its forms, which is work that's so wonderful it doesn't even seem like work, it's play. It's having rich relationships. It's having wonderful health and vibrancy, and it also involves having all the money that you can spend. Why not? We'd love to come back and teach it again this fall. We're talking to Christian about that. I've done that class as a student and taught it several times, and I just get more out of it every time, like little nuggets of gold every time I do it. So I'm excited about the possibility that we're going to come back and offer it again. So I'm going to review, though, right now what the 4 laws are that we teach in that class. The first one is tithing, giving away 10% to the source of your spiritual food, from where you receive your heartfelt joy in life. It can be this church, or it can be any person or organization where you are fed spiritually. That is one of the laws of something you need to do if you want to practice thriving in your life. In our household, it's not negotiable in our household. We fully tithe everything that we earn that comes in, and we tithe the gross, not the net. The second law is goal setting. If you want to achieve more in your life, you have to be crystal clear about exactly what it is that you want. Makes sense? The third is forgiveness. Edwin Gaines, who wrote this, created this class and has spoken here several times, has a test to see if forgiveness is something you need to do in your life, if you need to have a forgiveness practice. And the test that Edwin gives is this: do you have a body? If the answer is yes, then you have forgiveness work to do in your life, okay? And then the fourth is divine purpose, which we're going to get a little deeper into today. We all have a purpose or a reason or a divine mission that we are here to live into during this infinitesimally short time that we're here on this planet. And I was reminded today when I was walking in that when Reverend Shipley was speaking, she was always reminding us, to stick to your divine purpose, stick to find out what it is you're here to do. And when you do that, life is just going to flow for you. Is that right? Yeah. And by the way, it was Shipley's birthday this past Wednesday, so. Yeah. Okay, and she's here today, which is wonderful. So, it took me a long time. I'm a stubborn Taurus, and it took me a long time to learn these lessons, and not just to learn them, but incorporate it into my life, so I changed my habits and my lifestyle. So now I am doing more meaningful work. What I'm doing now for work no way resembles what I went to college for. I went to college for civil engineering, and then I did engineering, and then I did entrepreneurial ventures, and I managed a cable TV company, and I had my own sign graphics. I was doing all kinds of things and not zeroed in on what I was supposed to be doing. Now I am, and it's exciting, and life is wonderful, and I really am grateful every day that I get to do what I'm doing. It's doing energy healing work. It's just spectacular. And I have the relationship. I mean, Carol and I have always had a good relationship, but now every single week we have meetings where we're planning out how we can better serve our community and the people that are part of our group that meets twice a month on Zoom, and events that we have. We have a big event coming up in August where we're going to have lots of people in our house. We're hosting a shamanic healer in our house starting next Friday, and having all that as part of our relationship has made our relationship grow and blossom beyond anything I could have imagined it was going to do when I married her 38 years ago. Yeah. So, and my health. Yeah, I'm in better health now than I have been probably any time in my life. And I took on a new health practice last year, running, and with the goal of running a road race. And this year, I just want to change my lifestyle. And I started a new plan on May 4th. I've lost 14 pounds since then. My energy is better. My eating habits have improved, skyrocketed, and as a result, my mental clarity and my energy is much better. So all of that has come from these changes that I made. And I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, I took the prosperity course. I made a vision board. I said affirmations until I was blue in the face. I even tithed for a couple of weeks, but then I had to pay my light bill, and I just paid it, and then I never got back into the tithing. What do you have to say about that, Stringham? Well, I have a lot to say about that. Much more than I have time for today. But let's take one piece of that prosperity pie, sugar-free, and digest it a little so we can all enjoy the feast of the life that we can have by incorporating these principles into our lifestyle. Let's talk about manifesting. Not just wanting something, but actually manifesting it. The single most reframe that I'm going to offer you today about manifesting is that manifesting is not wanting. When you want something, you're broadcasting out to the universe that you don't have it. You are declaring to the universe, I do not have this. And the universe acts as a mirror. It reflects back to you the energy that you are sending out. So when you send out the energy, I don't have this, the universe saying, okay, I'm going to line up the universe for you so you don't have it. Manifestation, therefore, is not so much about wanting, it's about becoming. Big difference. This has been known among those who are wise for millennia, and it's been passed down to those who listen. It's the great secret. To me, the great guest speaker, coach, and mentor, Jim Rohn, said it perfectly when he taught, quote, success is not to be pursued. It's to be attracted by the person we become. So doing all those practices is fine, but if you stay the same person that you were before, you're just going to keep getting the same results. And the good news about that, it means that life, spiritual growth and prosperity and practicing these 4 laws becomes self-improvement. And I love self-improvement. I love reading books about prosperity and about anything where it makes me better. I'm attracted to that kind of stuff. And I read Unity Magazine, and I read the Daily Word, and I subscribe to a website called Mind Valley, which has lots of lectures and classes and podcasts and rich things that enliven me all the time. And then there's my energy healing practice, of course, which we have an online community where we send notes to each other and ask questions and learn from each other, and we have classes that I take through them and certification programs and follow-ups and everything. So my life is rich with all kinds of self-improvement. And Course in Miracles for years and years, Course in Miracles was my foundation for getting better. And now I use the Daily Word. I read the Daily Word every day, and there's a Bible quote at the bottom. So now I'm more entrenched in unity. I pull out my Bible, and I find that quote. And sometimes the self-improvement is just finding where it is. There's a book called that. Okay, and I'm finding it, and then reading it, and seeing the context. And the Bible I have has commentary on all that at the bottom of each page, so I get to find out what that quote was all about or what the context is. Unity co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, they practiced these principles. And they became the kind of people, they attracted physical healing through Myrtle's overcoming tuberculosis. They brought physical blessings through practicing these principles, like the Unity Farm, as it was originally called in Missouri, that is now the headquarters of the worldwide Unity movement. And they brought financial abundance to them and their followers who learned their truth and incorporated these practices into their lives. And I'm talking about people like Oprah Winfrey, Maya Angelou, John Templeton, Catherine Ponder, our own Jim Labrie, who was here, and my teacher, Randy Gage, who walked into a Unity church a few decades ago with only $11 to his name, and now is one of the richest men in America, and not just financially, but spiritually as well. Charles and Myrtle taught us about spiritual substance, the ethers, which Charles calls in his book Prosperity, the fundamental basis of the universe. That is when we come to understand how to utilize and apply this force that all things good then are attracted to us. No extraordinary effort is required, simply faith, love, and consistent daily practice. We're going to do an exercise in a few minutes where you're going to tap into and activate divine substance in your life. And so you can become, as our teacher and way shower Jesus Christ said, all things I do, you can do as well, and more. And all you need to do this is do this access of divine substance in your life. And then watch what happens. When we tap into that universal conscious, the ethers, divine substance, what you seek out will come to you. You don't have to force it to happen or make it happen. It'll just happen. The poet Rumi, who lived 800 years ago, and amazingly is the most read poet in the United States today, he wrote a poem about all this back in the 1200s. Here's what he wrote. When I chase after what I think I want, my life is a furnace of distress and anxiety. But if I sit in my own place of patience, what I need comes to me without any pain. From this, I understand that what I seek seeks me too. And there is a great secret in this for anyone who would care to listen. Rumi lets us know through this poem that the universe, the divine, really knows what's better for us than maybe we think we do. In line 2, we think of people that we have known who have money and relentless drive, but they're kind of miserable human beings. They're full of that furnace of distress and anxiety. We all know people like that. They never learn that by letting their desires come to them, they can have both peace and prosperity. The final line invites us to listen. This is the great secret. All you have to do is listen. I'm going to borrow a quote now from Reverend Martine and quote her teacher, Micah Beckwith. He says, the universe is not withholding from you, it is waiting for you to stop broadcasting lack and start broadcasting wholeness. And the way to start broadcasting wholeness is as simple as breathing, because it's the most natural thing you can do. As Rumi writes, be patient and be the kind of person who has already manifested what it is you desire. I have a client who hasn't learned this lesson yet, and I want to tell this story because sometimes contrast is a way we can learn. This is a client I've been working with for 3 years doing energy healing work. When I work with him by video conference, he often paces around the room screaming at the top of his lungs for the universe to bring him what he wants, which is billions of dollars. Billions, that's what he wants from the universe. He has several healers working on him. He's convinced that if he gets healed enough, then this manifestation will come to him. To me, his life seems to be getting worse because he's building up huge amount of financial debt. Now, Edwene Gaines tells us in her class that financial debt is a source of unforgiveness. So there's something in this guy's life that he's not forgiving, and I know what it is from working with him for this amount of time, and he still doesn't. And it got to the point where about a year ago where I couldn't help him any longer. And I started to just take the sessions and just praying. I stopped talking with him, stopped doing my healing modality, and I just started praying for him, praying for his family, for his healing, praying that I was doing the right thing by doing what I was doing, and he loved it. And he keeps doing it. Sometimes we just sit and pray now, and he gets up and does this screaming thing, but we sit and pray, and it's just not happening for him. And I think I need to release him now from that. And it's sad, but I will keep praying for him. And he's a wonderful example to me of wanting so badly that he's turning his life into a train wreck, basically. He's not happy. He's lost his family. His family has left him. He's alone and in great debt. Now, that's the extreme example. So let's go back and do the positive of this. I'm going to give you a method right now to change the version of yourself so you can become something that manifests what it is that you'd like. So just take a minute and think about anything that you'd like. And it doesn't have to be anything profound. It can just be, I'd like to have a vacation. I'd like to have a new car. I'd like to be able to get up and do yoga in the morning, or have a meditation practice, or maybe there's a book you'd like to read, or somebody you'd like to study from, somewhere where you'd like to grow. Just take an idea and just hold it in your mind right now. The key is to be clear about exactly what it is that you want. Then step 2 of this process, just change your internal state. Move from urgency about this item, which maybe it's a bill that you have to pay by the end of the month or something. There might be a sense of urgency about it. You have to let go of that. Say to yourself something like, my life is so awesome the way it is. I really don't care about what it is that I don't have. I really don't care about it. And really mean it, that you don't care. Vishen Lakshmani, who the Mind Valley, created Mind Valley, calls it, I don't give a damn method. The more that you don't care, the more you'll reach that state that Rumi talked about, of being in a state of patience, so that what you desire will come to you. You have to hold it, you have to know what it is, but you can't push your energy out wanting it, because when you do that, you won't get it. When you release the wanting, then it will be drawn to you. And you also, step 3 is release the timeline. If it comes now, that's great. If it comes later, no problem. The key is you can't give a darn about when. It's really important. And 4, understand that not caring what or when is not indifference. It means you don't care. It's not giving up. I call it radical self-sufficiency and abundance. It's taking care of yourself in the present moment. So if the universe wants to bring it to me now, it can bring it to me now. If it's going to bring it to me later, it'll bring it to me later. And here's the paradox of it. The less you care about when it's going to happen, then the universe would love to bring it to you right away, whatever it is. Vishen says you can manifest anything you want when you take that attitude. My life is awesome as it is. I don't give a darn. And boom, it just starts coming right to you. So let's end by reviewing the points that I've given to you so far. Number 1, the universe doesn't give you what you want. It reflects back to you who you are. Number 2, manifesting is the art of becoming the kind of person who manifests what it is that you want to do. Number 3, the shift from want to becoming. Number 4, manifesting is stepping into a new identity that causes reality to shift to match that identity. And in order to do that, all it takes is a commitment to continually self-improvement, either here in this forum, in this community, or whichever one your heart is drawn to. And number 5, the goal is not to chase the outcome. It is to become that version of yourself for whom those outcomes are a natural consequence. So now let's take all of that I threw at you in such a short time and release it. Let it go. Even release the thought that any of this is true. And release the thought that it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. And release the thought that it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter. Because you know what? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that we are here right now, feeling the love, being together, and taking some time for meditation together so we can feel the love and bring ourselves into the presence and maybe, just maybe, if we let go just enough, we'll have a new era of manifestation in our lives. And so it is. So Sherry's going to sing for us and bring us into meditation.
For fellowship downstairs after the service.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And the best is yet to come.
No, I want to just say something before we get started here. John Hyde, nice round of applause for John. John and I have been working together. He's also a member of my band, and we've been working together for about, 12 years or something now. So he's quite used to me changing my mind. And I know he is shaking right now, saying, what is she going to do now? So what I'm going to do is, when I came in this morning, I said, John, I don't know about that song that you chose, The Best Is Yet to Come. Is it on the program? And he said, it's on the program, Sharon. I said, okay, then I guess we should do it. But you know what? I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I'm not comfortable with that tune. Right? It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. And I feel that after hearing Scott preach that wonderful, warm, and uplifting sermon, if you will, that we can change this tune that will be much more in keeping with what I got out of what he said. And I didn't come here thinking I was going to leave feeling that I need to go home and do some homework. Thank you, Scott. And the feeling that I felt while I was sitting there, I did feel some energy, and I did feel some things that I haven't felt in a long time. And I thank you for that. So we're gonna change the tune. I got the world on a string. Yeah, I think this is going to be a better uplifting in keeping with what Scott just started talking about up there. So, so John, we're going to change the tune, and you can throw the program away, make believe it didn't happen. So, all right, and John's fishing through his little computer here, but he keeps all of his little songs, and I know he can come up with this because we've done it many times. Hurry up, John. John goes through this with me all the time. A nice round of applause for John Hyde. So now that we feel a lot better than we did when we came in here, we got to feel like we're going to either we got the world on a string or we will have as soon as we walk out of here. 1, 2, 3. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow, got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see, I'm in love. Life's a beautiful thing, long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I could ever let go. I got the world on the string, sitting on a rainbow, got this thing around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. should ever let go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, yeah. What a life. What a world, what a life. I'm in love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a delight. That was
Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you for your spontaneity. All right, let's rise and sing Surely the Presence.
No, not truly the presence.
I mean, the peace song. Oh, that's so easy to say. It's so, well, we like this Surely the Presence so much, but it is the peace song. All right, the peace song. We're ready. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let this begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my journey vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
So as we remember that what we seek seeks us, let's go out there and manifest and bring forth our heart's desire.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
We are the power of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are,
God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.
Like a long, lonely stream, I've been running since the dream. Moving on, moving on,
Moving on.
like the long, dusty road. I've been running with my load. Moving on,
Moving on.
moving on.
Moving
Everybody.
on.
There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone. Where my poor restless heart's gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gonna find me a place in the sun. One more time. There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone. Where my poor restless heart gotta run. So the song goes. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gonna find me a place in the sun.
Thank you very much.
you.
And you can all join us for fellowship.